Me and my boys, Jake and Tyler, were scheming up a storm during math class, trying to figure out where we can throw down without getting busted. And then it hits us like a bolt of lightning. Jake's parents were out of town for 3 whole days. We knew right then and there that Jake's house was the perfect spot for the party of the century. So, with a plan in place, we snuck out of school like a trio of teenage ninjas to stock up on supplies. Booze, snacks, you name it, we got it. After that, we decide to meet up at Jake's house at 8 PM sharp, ready to turn the night into an unforgettable adventure. So Tyler and I sneak out of our houses under the cover of darkness. We strut over to Jake's house, ready to kick off the party of a lifetime. We blast the music, crack open the snacks, and start pouring the drinks like there's no tomorrow. Before we know it, the place is buzzing with laughter and chatter, and the night is young. As the hours tick by, things start to get a little blurry. Jake's doing his best impression of a dancing flamingo, Tyler's trying to start a karaoke revolution, and I'm just trying to keep it together long enough to remember my own name. And that's when things take a U-turn. In a moment of pure madness, Jake decides he's gonna be the hero of the night and chug the entire bottle of booze in one go, all for a bet. Jake had wagered with Tyler that he could down the entire bottle for a measly $10. We tried to talk some sense into him that the whole bet was just a joke. We even attempted to snatch the bottle away, but Jake was determined. He's already halfway through the bottle before we can even blink. With a determined glint in his eye, he finishes off the last drop. But oh boy, that's when the trouble really starts. As the alcohol hits him, it's like a switch flips. Jake's face turns as red as a stop sign, and he starts stumbling around like a newborn deer on ice. He's mumbling something about feeling like he's swallowed a volcano, and we know we're in trouble. In a panic, we Google what to do if someone drank a whole bottle of alcohol. The results terrify us. Alcohol poisoning, dehydration, you name it. So, in our drunken wisdom, we decide to try out Google's suggestions on poor Jake. We force feed him water like we're preparing him for a camel race, stuffing him full of snacks hoping it'll soak up some of the alcohol. But no luck. Jake's still as red as a tomato and twice as woozy. He's sweating buckets and even takes off his t-shirt for some relief, but nothing seems to cool him down. Jake tries to purge the alcohol from his system, but it's no use. His body refuses to cooperate and he's left gasping for air. And then, in a moment of desperation, he drags himself to the bathroom and plops himself down in the bathtub. We were not sure what he was up to. I was like, "Jake, buddy, are you okay?" And Jake was like, "Yeah, I need to cool down." In a desperate attempt to cool down his stomach, we rush to his aid, filling the tub with cold water, hoping to douse the flames before they consume him whole. As the cold water surrounds Jake, he lets out a sigh of relief. His tense muscles loosen up a bit, but the relief doesn't last long. Suddenly, he leans over the tub and throws up all the half-digested snacks and alcohol, and his body is shaking like an old man. With a grunt, he collapses back into the water, unconscious. We exchange worried glances, realizing how serious the situation has become. Jake lies there, unconscious, for what feels like forever. Hours pass, with Jake showing no signs of waking up. Finally, we gather our courage and lift Jake out of the tub. He's like dead weight, completely exhausted. We clean him up with towels, wiping away the water and remnants of his wild night. Then we gently lay him down on the bed, and there he stays, sprawled out on the bed like a defeated warrior. We take turns keeping watch, just in case he wakes up or needs anything. The next morning, we find him coiled up under the covers, looking like he's been through a war. He mutters as he slowly sits up, his head pounding with a massive hangover. Once we saw him awake, we couldn't help but burst into laughter. But hey, at least he learned his lesson. Never underestimate the power of a bottle of booze, and always know your limits when it comes to partying with your best buds.